Every day I get online, men are always complaining about black women, at least black men. Black women this, black women that. Our name just always in y'all mouth. Black women are submissive towards black men, how white women are submissive to white men. Well, because the white man is the slave master. The rest of the people are the slaves. Why would I submit to a slave? I don't submit to no slave. I submit to my slave master, which is the white man. But I would never submit to no slave, which is the black man. You supposed to submit just like me. Why would I be submissive towards you when you got somebody you need to be submissive towards too?
All right, shalom.
Every day
First off, I want to start up by saying all praises, honor, and glory is due unto Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. That's all praises to the world calls God, whose true name in the Hebrew is Yahweh, by Hashem being in the name, Yahushai being the name of the only begotten Son. Also want to say double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and mercy to the hopeful elect, preaching his word in truth and sincerity. I'm about to toss about in the Great Millstone, Arizona camp. Go well with another video to edify. And Eve is completely destroyed, and she's altogether an enemy, bro. Right? The so-called black woman, right? NB, right? She threw. She's completely on with Esau. She's fucking destroyed. You heard it. You heard it out of her mouth. Why should she submit to you? Because you a slave too. Right? But you're going to sit here and fully divulge yourself to this damn devil that shows you that he's not actually looking out for your best interest. Yep. And, all right, this goes back all the way back to the garden, man. This is Genesis 3. Because back then, that's when she chose her allegiance. This is why the scriptures tell you that the woman is supposed to keep silence, right? Because the woman was in transgression, but not the man. So this is Genesis 3 and I'll start at 2. It says, and the woman was, I'll start at 1. It says, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which Yahweh power had made. And he said unto the woman, yeah, hath the Most High said, you shall not eat of every tree of the garden. And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, right? So she's already conversing with this devil, right? Having this long, drawn-out conversation with a man that's not hers, right? Because this serpent represented the Edomites, man, right? There was a spirit back then who came in subtly like a snake, right? Very cunning, crafty, sly, right? Like a snake. And tried to go against the order of the husband, right? It says, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, the Most High has said, ye shall not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. So she knew the order. This woman understands that she's supposed to be under somebody, but she chooses the wrong person to be under because she wants to do what she wants. This is why she's cool with Esau, because Esau allows her to do whatever the fuck she wants. It says, and the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die. For the Most High knoweth that in the day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be opened, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Right? And this is the same thing that Esau's preached to women, is feminism. Right? It's basically that new fruit of good and evil. Right? It promotes disorder. It promotes pride against your man, right? It promotes a lack of unity within the marriage and the household, right? And the destruction of your own people. And these women, in their pride, they saw that, oh, I can do what I want. I ain't got to listen to him. And that was the jump off. That was the trade off, right? That was the thou shalt not surely die. You're going to know good and evil. That was that portion. Verse 6, it says, and the woman saw that the tree was good for food, right? And that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise. She took the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave it also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. Right? And this is what Esau's done with our women, man. They've hijacked the understanding. They've hijacked their allegiance, right? When you go back to the slaves, right, like this woman tries to say, when you go back to the slaves, the reason why the master sat there and put it out like that and broke down the men is for you, the women, to be in that mindset, right? For you not to have allegiance to your husband and have allegiance to the master, right? Is to keep the household separated, keep you believing in that devil, right? So that you can try to make your son subservient to this devil, but not subservient to the Lord. This is how he did it. And you women fell for it. And the so-called Negro woman fell for it the hardest, hook, line, and sinker, man. Even the so-called Latino tribes, right, fell for that shit, man. Because you go amongst them, man. Anybody that's darker skinned, they shun them, right? They got a term in the Latin culture in Mexico, probably through all the South Americas. It's called better the race, right? And what they mean by that is don't fuck with a nigga. Right? They look at Esau like he's this great figure when this devil is a devil, man. Right? This is Proverbs 9 and 13. Proverbs 9 and 13, it says, a foolish woman is clamorous. She is simple and knoweth nothing. And this woman, you can see that she's a clamorous woman and knows nothing.
Every day I get on.
She just talks. She doesn't know what she's talking about. She doesn't see the gravity within it. Right? And this woman ugly as fuck. Who the fuck is fucking? Hey, Jake, stop fucking with the nigga woman, man. With the so-called black woman. Right? Because at this point, you look at how they are operating. They're not operating with your best interest. Right? There might be a few out there. But for the most part, man, they're not operating in your best interest. They operate in their own interest, and they don't care exactly what happens to you. Right? But this woman knows nothing. A lot of women know not a damn thing, man. This is Sirach 12. Because if she was wise, she would understand the state of which the so-called white man represents. This is Sirach 12 and 2. No, that's the wrong one. Sirach 12 and 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. So a person that puts you in a hardcore slavery like that, is he somebody you're supposed to cleave unto and submit for the rest of your life? Right? When does the submission actually benefit you? Right? At what point do you see that it actually hurts you to be up under this devil? You're on the bottom. You got the least amount of options. Right? Your people are on the vast majority of the time in the poverty, right? Getting culture in the jail systems. The ones that are getting stumped out and killed by the police. But you're saying you'll submit to that devil. Somebody that just abuses you all day, but you won't submit to a man that actually looks out for you, who's in the same position and wants to just make it through with you. Right? This is Sirach. Not Sirach, but Isaiah 28. And 15. It says, because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death. And this is what her mindset is. She thinks that if she submits to the so-called white man, she's going to be good. And with hell are we at agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. And this is exactly what they did with slaves. With the Israelites when they were in slavery, man. They tried to make the woman see that, oh, okay, well, as long as I sit here and do everything he says, teach my kids to do everything he says, we going to live. But nah, man, he was still putting your asses to death. It says, when the overflowing scourge pass through, it shall not come unto this. And this is their mindset. They think that they're going to get by as long as they get on and submit slowly to the white man. Right? For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have hid ourselves. And these devils are full of lies and falsehood. And they're trying to sit here and come up under them. It says, therefore, thus say Yahweh, behold, I lay in Zion. I'm going to jump down, actually. Yeah, here it is. Verse 18, it says, in your covenant with death. So this is what the Lord said was going to happen. He says, in your covenant with death, right, shall be disannulled. So the Lord is going to sour that relationship. And it's already starting. These devils are taking away these extra benefits, SNAP, food stamps, everything like that. Social Security, which a lot of you women's entire life is subsidized, and you take all these benefits and all these things from the so-called white man. Well, when he starts yanking these things away, that's that covenant with death being disannulled, man. You're gonna be out there, right? And all the time that you had to sit here and build a bond with a man of your nation, right, and have a positive relationship, to have some support system, and to get to the Lord, you're gonna be out there alone and through. It says, "In your covenant with death shall be disannulled, and your agreement with hell shall not stand. When the overflowing scourge, right, the hell, shall pass through, then shall you be trodden down by it." Right. So when all hell starts kicking off, you're gonna be hurting from it, man. Right. So that allegiance you have to the so-called white man, and that hate and enmity you have to your own men, right? You're gonna be through, man. This goes for the so-called Latinos. This goes for the so-called Native Americans as well, man. The confusion of faces, right? Because you all really believe in this devil, man. A lot of Jake really believes in this devil. There's a portion that are breaking away, and among that portion that are breaking away, there's an elect that are coming back to the right and natural ways to be. But for the most part, man, you Jakes have gone well far enough with these so-called white people, which are Edomites, and you're about to get trodden down by it, man. It says, "For the time that it goeth forth, it shall take you for morning by morning, it shall pass over by day and by night, and it shall be a vexation only to understand the report." So there's going to be a report of all these things souring pretty soon, and you're going to be in a bad state, man. Right? A lot of Jakes are going to be like, "Man, I did everything they said. Why is this happening to me?" Well, you did everything the devil said, and you expected the devil to sit here and be honorable. That's why it's happening to you. It's Isaiah 30:14. It says, I'll start at 13. It says, "Therefore, this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant, and he shall break it as the breaking of a potter's vessel that is broken in pieces. He shall not spare, so that there shall not be left of it in the burst, and the shards shall take fire from the hearth, or to take water withal in the pit." Jeremiah 30:14. Yeah. It says, is that the one I wanted? Oh, I'm in Isaiah. Jeremiah 30:14. Correct scripture now. It says, "All thy lovers have forgotten me," and this is exactly what it's going to be. Right? These women are standing here and pick who they want to have allegiance to. Right? Well, that relationship is about to sour. It's souring right now as we speak. Right? One of the biggest employers of a lot of you women is Walmart. And they're sitting there closing entire stores in whole states. Right? Getting ready for the next portion of this phase where they're going to start setting up these female camps. Well, and in the time where they're setting up them camps, they firing y'all. They getting you out of there. Out of there, bro. Right? So all thy lovers have forgotten thee. They seek thee not. I have wounded thee with the wound of an enemy, right? With the chastisement of a cruel one. And Esau is a damn cruel one. And this woman's saying you can bow to him, but you won't bow to your own men. It says, "For the multitude of thy iniquity, because thy sins were increased." Right? And these women have gotten worse and worse as the days go on. So what? Now your sins are increasing. You're going to be out there by yourself. That's a terrifying thought. To be out there by yourself, man. Lamentation 1 and 2. It says, "She whippeth sore in the night, and her tears are on her cheeks. Among all her lovers, she had none to comfort her." Right? So in these times to come, you're not going to be able to sit here and get these women's benefits, SNAP, EBT, right? Rent assistance, Hey, Section 8, that shit's gonna be gone. You're gonna be out there. It says, she weepeth sore in the night, and her tears are on her cheeks. Among all her lovers, she had none to comfort her. Nobody's gonna be helping you. All her friends have dealt treacherously with her, right? Who she thought was gonna help her, the whole government system, the so-called white men, right? Bowing down to him, right? That's gonna, hey, they're gonna deal treacherously with you. It says they are become her enemies, right? And this happened to the nation of Israel altogether. But hey, you women in this time, right? You're not gonna have any assistance. You spoiled the milk, man. You spoiled the milk. That's what it was, man. This is Ezekiel 36 or Ezekiel 16 and 37. It says, behold, therefore will I gather all thy lovers with whom thou hast taken pleasure, right? So-called nigger woman, right? The women of all the tribes, really, with whom thou hast taken pleasure, and all them that have that thou hast loved, with all them that thou hast hated, right? I will gather them round about against thee, and I will discover thy nakedness unto them, and that they may see all thy nakedness, right? They're basically seeing all your shame, right? Esau sees these videos like that, man, and hey, he knows what he wanted to do with you, but hey, he's looking at you like, damn, you got to be a demon, bro. That this is what you think? When all hell breaks loose, I'm really worried about you. And I will judge thee as a woman that breaketh wedlock and sheddeth blood are judged, and I will give thee blood and fury and jealousy, right? So this is what the Lord's going to do to us as a nation, right, for going off. And even in these last days, man, the ones that are still going off and operating on this wicked vibration, right, the Lord's going to judge them as a woman that breaketh wedlock. But you women that sat there and abused the men of your own nation, hey, well, you're going to have to deal with those men when you need help. And watch how sour that relationship goes, man. This is Isaiah 13. Isaiah 13 and 15, it says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. And this is exactly what it is. So you want to choose to be up under the enemy and obey them and submit to them? Okay. Right? Well, who you give your energy is who you love. Well, we know you don't love us, so in that day, when this devil starts going down, you're going to go down with him. Micah 7 and 10, I'm going to end it on this. Micah, where are we at? It says 7 and 10, it says, then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire in the streets. And that's the days we're coming into. So women with this mindset, that pride seeping in on you, you're through. Shalom.